What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Comics and Reactions. Today, man, we're going over Absolute Batman issue number 1. I'm so glad I picked this issue up. Now, I was a little bit late, but man, Absolute Batman, I mean, they nailed it. Just issue 1 alone. So it starts off, you got a guy on a motorcycle, and you got some kind of CIA computer requesting him back to Gotham. He doesn't know why, and I'm thinking, okay, this is obviously Batman, right? Turns out it's not. It's Alfred Pennyworth, all right? He runs back to Gotham because this computer basically is telling him, hey, if we need you to go to Shanghai, go to Shanghai. If we need you to go to Beijing, go to Beijing, right? Wherever we need you to go to be security, go there and collect intel for us, right? So the computer essentially requests Alfred back to Gotham, right? Turns out there's a new crew kind of taking over Gotham, and it's the party animals. And they're like, hey, do not engage, only get intel unless another party kind of intervenes. Then you are allowed to engage with the other party, right? So I'm like, all right, party animals, maybe is this a play kind of on Joker, clowns, and stuff? So after that, they kind of introduce Bruce Wayne and talk about his upbringing. And what happens is they're at a zoo exhibit, right? And his dad is actually going to get shot. But as he's getting shot, what happens is he puts Bruce and the classmates inside of like a bat exhibit and says, do not open the door no matter what. And bang, his dad gets shot, right? So that's kind of the upbringing of Bruce Wayne. Wasn't a big in detail, just a field trip. His dad was a teacher. Bang, he gets shot at the zoo. All right, so that's Batman's kind of upcoming story. But as we keep this thing going, things kind of spice up a little bit because, like I said before, the party animals want to be the face of Gotham when it comes to criminals. But to be the face of Gotham, you're either going to have to team up with Maroni and Falcone or get rid of them. All right, so essentially they'll have a meeting, and they're showing Falcone and Maroni these death masks, whether it's George Washington, whether it's Martin Luther, and then they take it up a notch. They go, Mr. Maroni, that right there is your brother. Oh, and Falcone, you're not off the hook either. That is your cousin. All right, so now they've kind of frustrated them, right? They get rid of them. So as you can see, man, things are going crazy in Gotham, and you got Mayor Jim Gordon. All right, he's hosting a meeting basically saying, we're going to take care of this. And people are like, you were a good cop, but since you've been mayor, things are getting out of hand. I can't even walk to work anymore because, nothing's safe. All right. While all this is happening, Alfred, who's an agent for some type of intel, is basically collecting intel. He's not allowed to engage unless somebody engages with the party animals. So you got Alfred collecting intel. You got the party animals. They're about to break up the city meeting, right? They're about to make their entrance. And there are some sick people. They burn daycares alive. They tie a baby and a mom to the bumper of a car. Some sick people, right? So they break into the city hall, shoot Jim Gordon, all right? Barbara Gordon, his daughter, sees it. They're going crazy. In comes Batman. And Batman completely, obviously, demolishes them all. And you got the big guy, right, who basically says, this hand has killed more people than you can count. Batman gets rid of him and hurts them all just inches away from killing them, right? Because that's Batman's thing. He's not going to kill them. So what happens next is, okay, he gets rid of the party animals, but what about Alfred? Remember, Alfred was to engage with the outside party if somebody were to engage with the party animals. So now Alfred is after Batman, right? He's kind of tracking him, waiting to make his move, and this is where it gets even more interesting. Alfred's gonna sneak up behind Batman, right, and get a little egotistical and say a few words saying how strong the shotgun is. All right, Batman's gonna drop Alfred. All right, Alfred doesn't give up. He's gonna track Batman down. Now this is where things get even deeper. All right, Alfred once again sneaks up on Batman. Batman's then gonna point that shotgun at Alfred, the same one that Alfred was gonna use to kill him. Batman's gonna point it at Alfred, and Alfred goes, give me the gun, kid, you're no killer. Batman actually shoots Alfred, which sounds crazy to say, right? That Batman's gonna shoot Alfred. That's exactly what happens. Except a shotgun, like Batman says right here, he says that Alfred modified his prize shotgun to be non-lethal. He ruined it. So Batman, right, he's not like the other Batmans. Absolute Batman is different, okay? So he's basically going to shoot Alfred with a shotgun and then ride off one of the tallest skyscrapers in Gotham. And then at that point, Alfred realizes that, Bruce Wayne, Batman is different. Then we get to the epilogue, right? And I can't wait to read issue number 2. But you got two pilots talking, and they're talking about some guy, and he paid a lot of money to go by this certain name, right? When they're flying him around, they're like, oh, I got a funny joke to tell him. And at this point, maybe I was tired. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, somebody's changing their name, telling jokes, and the pilot says, no, don't tell him jokes. He doesn't laugh. And I'm like, that's ironic. He's like, what's ironic about it? Well, he wants to be called the Joker. So, Batman issue number one, man. No regrets getting this. No regrets. All right. I wish I would have got it when it came out, right? I didn't, but I got it now. And that was a great read. That might be my favorite absolute. That might be my favorite one as far as issue number one. Issue number two will come sometime in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Comics and Reactions is out. Peace.